going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
At Murray Regional Health, you'll find the expertise and technology available in larger cities, paired with the personalized and compassionate care you deserve. As the largest health system between Nashville and Huntsville, we have a medical staff of more than 200 physicians across an array of specialties, ranging from primary care to robotic surgery. They lead skilled teams of nurses and other clinical experts that diagnose and treat conditions with advanced technology. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity. Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited emergency care with hometown heart.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, We live here too.
A local law firm respected throughout.
Some things just never go out of style, like craftsmanship you can trust. Since 1902, H.B. Brink & Company has been building more than homes, they've built trust. Locally owned and operated in Lawrence County, Tennessee for over a century, spanning 3 generations, extending their craft to surrounding counties, providing lumber, millwork, tools, and materials that stand the test of time. From custom homes to weekend DIY projects, if you need it, they've got it. Stop by 134 Depot Street in Lawrenceburg or give them a call today.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com. Lawrenceburg Flooring & More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring & More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring & More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here in Pulaski, Tennessee, here on the campus of University of Tennessee Southern, as this game will feature the Lindsey Wilson University Blue Raiders taking on the Faulkner University Eagles. Hayden Burks and Graham Burks once again on the call here for this matchup here in this Martin Methodist tri-match here today, as we saw UT Southern defeat Faulkner 3-2 in the first game today. And now it's time for Lindsey Wilson to have their first line of action here today in Pulaski.
And that was a great game. That was a great comeback by the UT Southern Firehawks in that last game. And they built up some momentum. After that second set that they lost, they really built up some momentum and regained composure after that second set and came back and won.
Again, starting lineup, and I do apologize. I'm going to try my best to get this name right. Wizikowska.
From Poland.
From Poland.
A lot of foreign players on this Lindsey Wilson team.
Also starting will be number 7, Gonzalez, Huyung, Garcia, and Hampton. And then also that will be number 8, that is Clara Beltran.
Yeah, she got 2. Anyways,
Faulkner will get the first serve here. Here's Hart. She'll get it over the net. They set it up. Here in the middle, looking to get it over, and they will do so. That first kill will go to Lindsey Wilson, as that was number 8, Saka.
Put that right in the right spot where nobody can get on Faulkner's side. Great job.
Anna Claire Beltran.
Huyung coming in for the
Raiders. Huyung back to serve. She will get it over the net. There's Rudolph underneath it, and they're looking to get it over. Able to do so underneath it. Here are the Blue Raiders. Able to send it back over. Rudolph underneath that one. Hart sends it over. Jordan up in the air still for Blue Mountain. They set it up. Looking to go for the kill. That's blocked back. Lindsey Wilson not able to get a hold of that one. At that point will go to Faulkner.
Came off on the palms a little weird for Hampton.
That was an attack error by Fernandez. As they look to get over, able to do so. They set it up. And up in the air. Isn't able to save it. That is Faulkner. And that's another kill for Beltran. Here comes the serve from Garcia. They set it up, far side. Rudolph going for the kill, still up in the air here for Blue Mountain, though. They set it up, looking to get over the net. And that will be out of play. That will be an attack error on Blue Mountain. Point will go to the Eagles, as that was Wizikowska with the attack error. Strength back to serve. 2-2 is the score here in this first set. She will get it over the net. They set it up. Here once again, gives it right back to them. There's Strength. They send it back over. Still up in the air here for Blue Mountain. Let's get it over, able to do so. Set it up here on the near side. That's Sears. Excuse me, that's actually Jordan. That's down for a kill point. We'll go to Faulkner.
That was a great kill right there for Faulkner.
Strength once again, able to get it over the net. They set it up, looking to get it over, able to do so. That point will go to the Blue Raiders, that is, Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders.
About to say Blue Mountain right there, didn't you?
I about said it. We've seen them the past few weeks. It's going to make the serve will be Beltran. Here's the serve, and short on that point will go back to Faulkner, and they retake the lead 4-3.
Got to put a little bit more juice and a little bit more oomph.
First serve there for Blue Mountain in this one. Back to serve will be Sears. Excuse me, Sear, not Sears. Here's the serve, able to get it over the net, and that's dug out right back over here to Faulkner, and they'll be able to get to that one. That will be point for Lindsey Wilson. It's 4-4.
She tried tipping that back over, but wasn't able to right there.
Gonzalez. Back to serve here for Blue Mountain. Tied up at 4. Here's the serve, able to get it over the net. Rudolph, they set it up far side. Here comes Moss, looking to go for the kill. Block back to Faulkner. Rudolph, she'll try this time. That's dug out off the chest there of Blue Mountain, one of their players. Still up in the air. They're trying to track it down. Moss looking for the kill. That one is in there.
That's in play.
For the point, Faulkner will get that one, as that was number 23, Hampton. It went off the chest.
That came off hard, too.
5-4 is the Faulkner lead. As they will send it over the net. Here come the Blue Raiders looking to get it over, able to do so. Moss sets it up. Here's Moss going for the kill, and that point will go to Blue Mountain. Not Blue Mountain, Blue Raiders. I'm going to get it right eventually. That's Lindsey Wilson.
That sounds like a name for a person.
Vizikoska. Back to serve. She'll get it over the net. And that one will go out of play point. We'll go to Faulkner. Both teams trading points here, 6-5. Subs coming in. That will be Primpermont back to serve here for Faulkner. She will get it over the net, and Blue Mountain not able to do it. Blue Raiders not able to do anything with that one. I'll eventually get it right, I promise. Sorry, folks. That point will go to Faulkner.
Came off the palms a little weird right there, trying to send it back over the net.
First service ace. Here's the next serve. Up in the air. They set it up. Looking to get it over. And that's down for the kill. Point will go to the Blue Raiders. There we go.
I was right on the corner. And the ball has went under the bleacher.
Having to get a little discussion. Somebody's looking for the ball.
And the ball is under the bleacher on the left side.
That kill was by Ronich. And back to serve will be Hampton. Pejovic, excuse me. They said they'll look to get it over. Up in the air still. And that's going to be blocked back by Moss. Point will go to Faulkner.
I felt that kill attempt from here.
Hart will go back to serve here for the Eagles. This is a non-conference game. Faulkner in the Southern States, while Lindsey Wilson in the Mid-South.
Although still a rivalry, seems to be.
Hart going back to serve. They set it up, looking to get it over. And that's down for the kill. That was number 19, Ronich, with the kill.
Hugh Young checking in for the Blue Raiders.
Hugh Young back to serve. 8-7 in favor of the Eagles. Here's the serve, able to get it over the net. Hart underneath it, over to Jordan on the far side, looking to get it over the net, which they will. Tip back, still up in the air though. Hampton, she will send toward the backcourt. Rudolph can't do anything with it. That point will go to the Blue Raiders. It's tied up at 8.
Honestly, Hampton spotted that ball right in the corner where she wanted to place it. That was good placement, too.
Here's the serve once again. Able to get it over. Hart, far side. Jordan goes for kill. That's blocked back. Point will go to the Blue Raiders. They take the lead.
Great block, too, on the Raiders' part.
Attack area there by Jordan. Hugh Young once again. Hart underneath it. Here's Jordan looking to get it over. Up in the air, Hampton. They look to send it back, able to do so. Strength underneath that one. Hart sets it up, far side. Looking to get over. That was Moss, I believe. Able to get it over, and that's down for another kill. Point will go to the Blue Raiders once again.
Great kill. Great kill right there.
Will be number 20. That's Rice. Back to service. Hugh Young once again. They set it up. Hart. Martin going for the kill. That's down for the kill. Point will go to Faulkner.
Great kill by Faulkner right there.
Jordan will go back to serve. They're able to get it over the net. And set it up. Looking for the kill. Hung on the net. Still up in the air. Hart underneath it. Jordan looking to go for the kill. Still up in the air, though, still for the Eagles. Rudolph, she'll try this time. That's dugout. Still up in the air. Looking to get it over. That's Garcia. And that point will go to the Blue Raiders.
Blue Raiders playing with fire right now. No, not West Bottom floor.
Back to serve is Garcia. She will get it over the net. Rudolph, they're able to send it over. Martin will send it back over to the Blue Raiders. They set it up. Up in the air. Rudolph can't save it. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. It's now 12-9. Vizikovska with the kill. And Garcia back to serve once again. Here's the serve. Able to get it over the net. Rudolph. And that's another service ace for the Blue Raiders. It's now 9-13, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Faulkner. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back after the timeout taken by Faulkner University as they trail Lindsey Wilson University 13-9 here in this first set of the second game of the Martin Methodist tri-match. Garcia back to serve once again. And she will get it over with the right hand. Rudolph, they set it up, back over. Still up in the air here. Hart underneath it. They'll just send it back over. That's Rice. Up in the air still. Gonzalez, and that's down for the kill. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson again.
She was leaning back on that kill, too.
Fourteen to 9. Here's the serve. That's a bullet.
That was fast.
Hart. Rudolph up in the air. Hampton underneath it. Gonzalez up in the air here. And that point will go to Blue Mountain once again. Blue Raiders, excuse me. Blue Raiders, Blue Raiders, Blue Raiders, Blue Raiders. There we go.
Or LWU.
Garcia once again back to serve, gets it over the net once again, and that's another service.
That was in.
We'll go to Lindsey Wilson, 16 to 9, and they're just taking over here in this first set.
His coach for Lindsey Wilson's all fired up over here also.
Here's the serve, and we'll get it over the net. Rudolph underneath it. Jordan, she will send it over, and that one is out of play. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson again.
Oh, they gave it to Lindsey.
Yeah. It was close. I think Lindsey Wilson is, I think they know that they got a blessing there. Garcia once again. And we'll get it over the net. Strength. Here's Rice going for the kill. Still up in the air. Hampton underneath it. They're able to get it over the net. Back to Faulkner. Hart. Rudolph looking to get it over. Not able to do so. Short of the net. Point will go back to Lindsey Wilson again.
Came off a little odd right there.
That was an attack error by Rudolph. (18-9) is the score here in this first set. And that will just be in play. Out of play off of Faulkner. Another service ace, making it a 10-point Blue Raiders lead. And we're going to have another timeout taken by Faulkner. We'll take that break with them here on the Exports Network.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
And back here on the Exports Network is we're back after the second and final timeout taken by Faulkner, as they have 0 timeouts remaining here in this first set against Lindsey Wilson. Been all Lindsey Wilson here lately. They lead 19-9. Garcia, she's just been living back there.
Substitution for Faulkner.
Sear coming in for Rice. Here's Garcia once again, getting over the net. Strength, set it up. Here's Rudolph. Hampton underneath that one. They set it up. Garcia going for the kill. Up in the air. Jordan able to track it down. They look to send it back. That's Martin. Still tipped up in the air.
Nice save.
And Hampton, she'll send it back to the Eagles. Over here to Rudolph, far side. She looks to go for the kill. Still up in the air. And that point will go to Blue Mountain.
She was
Blue Raiders. I'm going to have a problem with that the entire afternoon. 20-9. You know, with Blue Mountain being in UT Southern and Faulkner's conference, you get used to saying their name quite a bit, not a in-conference or out-of-conference opponent, excuse me. Here's Rudolph. They set it up here in the middle. Find the hole in the defense. Smart play there by Gonzalez.
And she found the opening right there on the defense. Great job.
I believe it's a 22-point run here for the Blue Raiders.
Been all Lindsey Wilson this whole set.
Garcia once again, that's short of the net, and much needed point for Faulkner. They trail 21-10. Going back to serve will be Strength. They're able to get it over the net. Send it back over. Fight at the net for it. Still up in the air on Faulkner's side. And they're looking to get it over. That was Sear. Still up in the air. They set it up. Looking to go for the kill, and that's down for the kill.
Great kill.
That was Vizikoska.
Hampton checking out for the Blue Raiders.
Here's the serve from Lindsey Wilson. They're able to get it over the net. Hart sets it up. Here's Rice looking to go for kills. Tipped up, and that will be off of the Blue Raiders. That point will go to the Eagles.
So off the coach.
That was coming right at him, I believe.
Yeah, he's moved spots.
Yeah, he's embarrassed.
That's a first-year coach also.
22-11. They look to set it up. Looking to go for the kill, and that's out of play. Point will go back to the Eagles. Now 22-12. Serve once again, short of the net. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. 23-12. So far, looking at the service errors, 3 for Lindsey Wilson and only 1 for Faulkner. But with that, there's also 3 service aces already for the Blue Raiders and 1 for the Eagles.
Seems like that's Faulkner's problem is their service errors.
Here's the serve, able to get it over. And that's another service ace, speaking of. And that was Gonzalez. And it's now set point here for the Blue Raiders. Gonzalez once again. She will send it over the net. Rudolph. There's Sear. Moss going for the kill, short of the net. And that point will go to the Blue Raiders, and they will win the first set 25-12 over Faulkner. And we'll be back here shortly for the start of the second set. That'll be coming up next here on the X Sports Network.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with Primary Care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary Care by One Stop Medical at its best. Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Welcome to Mid-South Barn Dominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Alrighty, and welcome back here to Pulaski, Tennessee, here on the campus of the University of Tennessee Southern, as we are here for this second set of the second game of the day between the Lindsey Wilson University Blue Raiders as they take on Faulkner University Eagles.
That last set for Lindsey Wilson was just all Lindsey Wilson, pure dominance.
It was. They won 25-12 was the final score in that first set. As this is game 2 of the Martin Methodist tri-match. Going back to serve will be number 23, Momo Hampton. Lindsey Wilson will have the opening serve here. And action's back underway. Hampton. There's Rudolph, sets it off. Martin going for the kill. That's blocked back. Great block there from Lindsey Wilson. I believe that was Garcia with the block. Attack error for Martin. Hampton once again. She'll send it over. They set it up. Hart. Rice sends it back over to the Blue Raiders. They look to tip it back over. There's Martin up in the air. They punch it over the net. Here's Faulkner. Strength. Jordan back over to the Blue Raiders. They set it up, looking to go for the kill, and that will be out of play. Point will go to Faulkner on that one, as that was number 19, Ronich, with the attack error. There's a serve here. Gonzalez. Ronich once again, still up in the air here for the Blue Raiders. Send it back over, able to do so. So that was Garcia. Still up in the air, Jordan. Diving save, won't be able to. That was Gonzalez. At that point will go to Faulkner.
Great effort trying to save that.
Jordan to serve. She'll send it over. Up in the air. They set it up. Far side. Looks to tip it over. Able to do so. And there's Rudolph. Martin. 5 foot at the net. That point will go to Lindsey Wilson. That was number 8, Beltran, with the kill. Hu Young back to serve once again. She will send it over the net. Rudolph underneath it, sets it up. Martin going for the kill, short of the net. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson again. Young once again. That one's short. Point will go to Faulkner. It's tied up at 3. Beam into the game for Faulkner. Strength back to serve. And here it is over the net. Hampton. They set it up here. Looking to go for the kill. Still up in the air. Jordan. Back to Jordan. That was Strength setting her over. And that will sail out of play. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Back to serve will be Garcia, and she did most of the damage in the first set. Here's the serve. Able to get it over. Hart sets it up. Rice looking to get it over. That's dug out. Sets it up, going for the kill. Down for the kill. That's Vizikoska with the kill. It's her third total in the game. Garcia once again over the net. Hart setting it up for Rudolph. That's dug out. They're trying to save it and won't be able to do so. That was Hampton. Almost took a tumble into the seats over there. That point will go to Faulkner.
That was a dangerous play.
Sear back to serve. She will look to just send it over, able to do so. And that's a service ace for Faulkner, tied up at 5. Serve once again, up in the air. Gonzalez still up, and Faulkner won't be able to do anything with that one. Lindsey Wilson with the point, and that's another kill by Vizikoska.
Tried saving that right there.
Beltran back to serve. She will send it over the net. And that's another service ace for the Blue Raiders. 7-5 is the score. Beltran once again. She'll get it over the net. Looks like it's just going to sail long. Well, it will do so. It's Faulkner with the point there. 7-6, Rudolph back to serve for the Eagles. Rudolph with it, floats it over the net. Still up in the air here. Gonzalez. Garcia will send it back. Strength underneath that one. They look to send it over, able to do so. Jordan Garcia. Gonzalez finds a hole in the defense. Still up in the air though for the Eagles. Moss, she'll send it back just short of the net though. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Gonzalez back to serve. They'll get it over the net, still up and out of play. That's another service ace for the Blue Raiders. Make it 9-6. Gonzalez. And that just sails out of play. Good awareness there by Rudolph to let that one go. Makes it now 9-7 in favor of the Blue Raiders. Premont back to serve. She will get it over the right hand. Garcia now. Gonzalez sets it up, looking for the kill. Still up in the air there here for Faulkner. They send it back. Bring it over, able to do so. Jordan, that point will go to the Eagles. I think they call it double there. Here's serve once again. Gonzalez sets it up. Looking to go for the kill. Tipped up. No one able to get there, as that was Vizcakoska once again.
Good effort on the block right here.
Speaking of Vizcakoska, she will go back to serve here. And she will get it over the net. Rudolph, they set it up. Martin going for the kill. And that one's out of play. Point goes to Lindsey Wilson again.
Put it right in the corner.
Vizcakoska once again with the serve. Gets it over the net. Martin, Sear, Moss up in the air still here for the Blue Raiders. They set it up. Looking to go for the kill. It's picked up. Point will go to the Blue Raiders. That was number 19, Ronich, with the kill. Subs coming in. Number 25, that will be Wandry into the game. Here's the serve once again. Just floats it over the net. Martin, Sear. They look to get it over. Jordan going for the kill. That's down for the kill. Point will go to Faulkner.
It's a great kill on Faulkner's side.
Hart back to serve. She will send it over the net to the Blue Raiders. Gonzalez sets it up, going for the kill, and that's down for the kill. Coming into the game, that's Wandry, her first. It's now 13-9. Hampton will go back to serve for Lindsey Wilson here. Ronich back into the game. Hampton will send it over the net. That will be out of play towards the Faulkner bench, as it is now 13-10. Serve from Jordan, able to get it over the net. Gonzalez sets it up. Wandry sends it over the net. Back to Faulkner, not able to get it over the net. That was Moss with the attack error. Excuse me, that was Rice with it.
Came off a little weird off the kill there.
14-10. Hu Young back to serve. She will send it over the net, and that will sail out of play off the far side. Point will go to Faulkner off the service error. Strength will go back to serve. It's been hanging around that 3-point range here in this second set, and giving it right back to them as it is 15-11. Garcia back to serve. And she will send it over with the right hand. Rudolph underneath it. Hart, they set it up. Far side. Rice going for the kill. Dug out by Hampton. It will be out of play though. Point will go to Faulkner.
Faulkner showing a little bit more fight in this set than they did in the last.
Sear back to serve. She will send it over. Just nicks the net.
Right.
Let's get it over. Garcia. Good job there by Lindsey Wilson. They set it up. Rudolph looking to go for the kill, and that's off Hampton. They're trying to save it, won't be able to. Point will go to Faulkner again. (15-13). Here's Sear once again. She will get it over the net. That's dug out. They look to send it back over, and that was Gonzalez. And point will go to Lindsey Wilson. She was just trying to do something with it there, and with that, she got the kill. Petrovic comes in the game for Lindsey Wilson. Beltran back to serve. She will get it over the net. Dug out by Strength. They set it up. There's Dean with the attack there. Still up in the air here. Garcia. They set it up. Here's Moss looking to go for the kill. That's dug out still. Gonzalez underneath it. Here's Garcia going for the kill. Jordan underneath that one. They set it up. Rudolph going for the kill. Down for the kill point. We'll go to Faulkner.
Great kill. That was a powerful kill.
Rudolph back to serve. She will get it over the net. Sails long, point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Another service error.
Too much juice on that serve.
Gonzalez back to serve for the Blue Raiders. She'll send it over the net. Set it up, far side. Dame looking for the kill, floats it over. Set it up. Looking to get up in the air, fight for it at the net. Going for the kill, trying to find somebody. There's Moss. They set it up. Sear. Rudolph looking to go for kill. Sails long. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson again. 18-14. Here's the serve by Gonzalez. Up in the air. Jordan looking to go for the kill. That's down for the kill. Hampton, there was nothing she could do there. 18-15 is the score. Subs coming into the game. Martin and that will be Prempermont once again.
Yeah.
Here's the serve. Floats it over the net. Gonzalez looking for the kill. Still up in the air. They set it up. Rudolph going for the kill. That's dug out. Still up in the air. Lindsey Wilson trying to save it. Able to do so. Sends it back over. Back and forth. Having to adjust. Won't be able to get it over the net. Point will go to Faulkner. 18-16. Up in the air. Gonzalez. They look to set it up. That's down for her. They're just going to call it just a little hair out. That was a great setup, though. Prempermont going back to serve once again. It's a 1-point Blue Raiders lead. Wandry will come into the game for Blue Mountain now. As they look to get it over. Able to do so. Gonzalez looking to go for the kill once again. Wandry still up in the air. Rudolph underneath it. And she will look to send it right back over the net. Hampton. They set it up. Wandry once again going for the kill. And that point will go to the Blue Raiders. 19-17.
That was double hit right there on Faulkner.
I don't know if they called. I think they called somebody was in the net. I'm not sure.
Either in the net or double hit. One of the two.
Keep up with the scoreboard here, making sure it's all up to date. Here's Acosta back to serve. He will be short on that and gives it right back to Faulkner, 19-18. It is Hart back to serve here for Faulkner. She will get it over with the right hand. Set it up in the middle. Garcia up in the air. Faulkner has it. Jordan looking to go for the kill. That's blocked back. Still up in the air. Fight for it at the net. That's down for the kill. Wandry with the kill. That point will go to Lindsey Wilson. They're on the back stretch. Ronich into the game. Hampton back to serve here for Lindsey Wilson. She will send it over the net. Strength. They set it up. Looking to get it over the net. That's blocked back. And another block by Lindsey Wilson. 21-18 is the score. Beltran with the block. And we're going to have a timeout here by Faulkner. And we'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort, a one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability, finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Alrighty, back here on the X Sports Network as we are back after the timeout taken by Faulkner. They're first. They have one remaining here in this second set as Lindsey Wilson leads 21-18. Game 2 of the Martin Methodist Tri-Match. UT Southern defeated Faulkner 3-2 in a comeback win.
Great comeback, too.
Hampton back to serve once again. She'll send it over the right hand. There's Rudolph underneath it, sets it up. Looking to get it over. That's Jordan. Block back, and that point will go to Faulkner. Subs coming in the game. Back to serve will be Jordan. And she'll send it over the net. Sets it up. Gonzalez fight for it at the net. Strength underneath it. Here's Rudolph going for the kill. Tip back. Still up in the air though for the Eagles. They send it back over. And that's out of play. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. That was just out of play, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Barely scratching the surface right there.
Hugh Young coming in for Wandry, as Hugh Young will go back to serve here. (22-19). Lindsey Wilson trying to take a 2-set lead over Faulkner in this best of 5. Here's the serve, just over the net. Get it over. Jordan. She'll just send it back over. And that's out of play. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. 23-19. Here's the serve. They serve it over the net. They set it up. Looking to get over Martin. That's tipped off of the Blue Raiders. Point will go to Faulkner. 23-20. Strength back to serve. Strength will get it over the net. on the far side. Gonzalez. They look to set it up. That's down for the kill.
That was a powerful kill.
Beltran with the kill. And it's now set point here for Lindsey Wilson, 24-20. And we're going to have another timeout by Faulkner. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled day to bring you breaking news out of Summertown, Tennessee, where a one-of-a-kind property...
We were both very blessed to have been raised on farms.
Absolutely. I guess that's what we love about this property.
And then let me show you the 5 favorite things I love most about this home. Welcome to our newest listing. This new listing with this large home on 8 acres knocks it out of the park. Well, hello. Welcome to my newest listing. I'm at 102 Heritage Hills and your dream house on the east side of Pulaski just hit the market.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back after the timeout taken by Faulkner. Their final timeout here in this second set. They trail 24-20 to Lindsey Wilson. Take the serve is Garcia. She's back to serving. Here we go. Jordan underneath it. And a little miscommunication there. Won't be able to save it. And with that, Lindsey Wilson will take the second set 25-20 over Faulkner. Coming up next will be the third set as Lindsey Wilson tries to close it out over Faulkner, but Faulkner looking to battle back and try to win this one. That'll be coming up next here on the X Sports Network.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
Hi, I'm Jeff Overton, and welcome to this edition of Mars Hill Minute. We're excited to be here in the foundation of our brand new children's building, student building. This part right here will be the student sanctuary where they'll have their worship on Wednesday nights. But what I want to talk to you about is what's coming soon. The steel will go up, the second floor will be built, and the children's wing will be put in as well. We're excited about all of that, but you got to take the details of making sure this part is right. If the foundation isn't right, everything else we build is going to have problems. The Bible tells us the same is true with our lives. We talked about a man who built his house on the sand, and one who's built his house on the rocks. And when the storms came, the one built on the rock sustained and made it through. How's your life built? Jesus says he is the rock. I'd like to encourage you to build your life on Jesus Christ and his teaching and be a disciple of Jesus Christ. I'd love to invite you to Mars Hill Baptist Church to learn more about how to build the proper foundation to build upward with your life. God bless you. Hope you'll come join us.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
back here for game 2 of the Martin Methodist tri-match. As we are back here for the third set between Lindsey Wilson and Faulkner University. As Lindsey Wilson won the second set 25-20 over Faulkner. As they're looking to close it out here in this second game of the Martin Methodist tri-match. Coming up after this game, it will be Lindsey Wilson once again on the court as they take on the host team of this tri-match, the University of Tennessee Southern Firehawks. UT Southern won the first game as they took on Faulkner as they were down 0-2 and came back to win 3 sets 2-2 and pick up their conference win. This is a non-conference matchup between Faulkner and Lindsey Wilson. Lindsey Wilson within the Mid-South Conference and Faulkner in the Southern States. Also for UT Southern after this game, it won't be a non-conference game. They are also in the Southern States. Action almost back underway. And we are back underway now. That was Hart with the serve. Looking to get it over the net. That's blocked. That was Martin with it. Point will go to Faulkner. Here's Hart with the serve once again. It's up in the air. Gonzalez, they set it up. Looking to go for the kill, and that's down for the kill. That was Ronich with another kill. Hugh Young back to serve for the Blue Raiders. She will get it over the net. Rudolph, Hart, Jordan has to try to find a way to get it over. Won't be able to. And at that point, we'll go to Blue Raiders once again. Here's the serve once again. Hugh Young. Hart. They set it up for Martin. She looks to go for the kill. Sails out of play. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson again. .3-1 is the score. Here's the serve once again. Floats it over the net. Hart, they set it up. Far side, Jordan blocked back. Nobody there for
standing block.
Faulkner. Lindsey Wilson with the point. Serve once again. That's in the net. Point will go to Faulkner. It's now 4-2. Jordan will go back to serve. They look to get over the net. Able to do so. Gonzalez, they set it up. Looking to go for the middle. It's up in the air still here for Faulkner. Rudolph going for the kill, and that point will go to Faulkner. Another kill for Rudolph. That is her 4th of the game. There's the serve. Gonzalez tracks it down. Looking to go for the kill. That's a dugout. Won't be able to be returned, though. That was off of Hart. That was Visikoska with the kill for Lindsey Wilson. That is now her 8th kill. And Garcia will go back to serve here. Garcia will send it over the net. Hart underneath it. Rudolph going for the kill. That's down for another kill. Now 5-4.
I was right on the lines also.
Strength back to serve. So far, Lindsey Wilson with 10 service errors to 3 for Faulkner. So Lindsey Wilson is still winning this game, though. Garcia finds a hole in the defense, puts the ball where it needs to be, and another kill for her stat line makes it 6-4. Petrovic coming into the game. Back to serve will be Beltran. And she will get it over the net. Jordan. There's Hart. Rice going for the kill. Sails long. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson again. I think they're looking for the ball.
Chair.
Hard to see with these red chairs because they fold up. Serve once again by the Blue Raiders. It's going to be a fight at the net here. There's Rudolph. Still up in the air, though. And they'll send it back over. Hart. Here's Rice once again. Looks to get it over Hugh Young. They set it up. Garcia looking for the kill. And that will be off of the Eagles as it is 8-4. Serve once again. They get it over the net. Hart. They look to set it up. Dean up in the air. And they'll be able to track that one down for Lindsey Wilson. Point will go to Faulkner. Riley Dean with the kill.
And Hampton coming in for the Blue Raiders.
Going back to serve will be Sear. She'll send it over. Garcia underneath it. Gonzalez, they set it up. And that's down for the kill. That's Petrovic with the kill. Makes it 9-5. Gonzalez back to serve. She will send it over the right hand. Set it up. Dean going for the kill, still up in the air. Hampton underneath it. They look to get over, which they will do so. Jordan tracks it down. They set it up. Here's Rudolph going for the kill. Gets a hand up. Back over the net to Faulkner. Moss going for the kill. Has blocked back. They'll be able to track it down. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Great recovery there by the Blue Raiders. Gonzalez back to serve. Just floats it over the net. Sear. Here's Moss looking to go for the kill. And that's down for the kill. Point will go to Faulkner.
Good attempt up for the block right there for the Blue Raiders.
Rudolph back to serve. She'll send it over the net. Up in the air. Nobody for the Blue Raiders able to track that one down. Makes it 10-7. Rudolph once again. She'll send it over. That one sails long. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson off the service error by Rudolph. Thing that's killing Faulkner in this game is the attack errors. 22-7 here in this game right here. Here's Dean looking for the kill. That's down for the kill. Point will go to Faulkner with that one. Makes it 11-8.
That's a powerful kill right there.
Premont back to serve for the Eagles. She'll send it over. And Hampton not able to do anything with that. That's a service ace for Faulkner. And it's now 11-9 in favor of the Blue Raiders. Here comes the serve once again. Able to get it over the net. They set it up. And that's down for the kill. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. That was Garcia with the kill. And Hampton will go back to serve. Well, 12-9, Hampton gets it over the net. Over here. They set it up for the far side. Jordan, Hampton able to track it down. They set it up, looking to get it over, and they'll just shove it back over the net. Martin back over to Lindsey Wilson towards the back corner. Sear, Jordan, she'll send it back. Hampton with the diamond save, sets it up. Garcia looking for the kill. Rudolph looking to track it down. Sear. Moss going for the kill. That's blocked back. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Hampton back to serve once again. Serve. Able to get it over the net. They set it up. Here's Moss looking for the kill. That's down for another kill for her. Now 13-10. Subs on both sides. Hart will go back to serve once again for the Eagles. Here's the serve. She'll get it over the net. Gonzalez sets it up. Over here, Beltran. Fight for it at the net. Hampton. Set it up once again. Wandry. Get it off with it. They give it to Jordan. Still up in the air. Here to Faulkner. Jordan. They'll just have to send it back over. They're able to do so. Gonzalez sets it up. Garcia. Still up in the air here for Faulkner, though. Strength. Here's Rice looking for the kill. Still up in the air here for Lindsey Wilson. They track it down. They'll have to send it back over. That's Garcia. Right off underneath it. They set it up. Jordan on the far side going for the kill. Down for the kill. 13-11. Hart once again. She just floated over the net. Gonzalez sets it up. Here's Wandry going for the kill. Still up in the air. Good job by Faulkner. Jordan, they'll send it back over. Hampton underneath it. Once again, Wandry looking for it. Still up in the air. Won't be able to get a hold of that one. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson.
I was barely in.
Hugh Young back to serve. And she will send it over the net. Rudolph tipped up. Martin. They send it back over to the Blue Raiders. Set it up. Looking to go for the block. And that's down for the kill. And stay up. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Beltran with the kill. I think we're going to have a timeout here by Faulkner. And she will burn a timeout. Head coach for Faulkner. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back as Lindsey Wilson forces Faulkner to take their first time out here in this third set as they lead Faulkner 15-11. If they look to close it out here in this third set, Faulkner will have to win this set and the following two if they want to come out with the win here in this match.
And Faulkner's showing a little bit more fight from the previous two sets.
Hugh Young. They look to get it over, able to do so, still up in the air. They're able to track it down as Lindsey Wilson. And they'll send it back over the net. Rudolph, Hart, far side. Jordan, block back. That point will go to Faulkner, though.
Great effort on the block right there by the Blue Raiders.
Jordan will go back to serve. She'll send it over. Gonzalez sets it up. Beltran off of the Eagles. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson.
Great kill right there.
(16-12) is the Lindsey Wilson lead. Garcia, she'll send it over the net. Rudolph, Hart, Martin, down for the kill. 16-13.
Great effort trying to save that ball from hitting the ground.
Here's Strength back to serve. She will send it over the net. Gonzalez, they look to tip it back over, able to do so. Strength, Hart. Here's Jordan, looking to send it over, able to do so. They set it up in the air, and that's another kill for Vizikoska. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson.
That's her 9th of the game.
Beltran will go back to serve for Lindsey Wilson. They have a 4-point lead over Faulkner. Here's the serve. Send it up, Hart, far side. Here to Rudolph. She'll send it back. Blocked, though, by Lindsey Wilson. They'll send it back over to the Blue Raiders. Gonzalez, they set it up, and that's down for the kill. Petrovic with the kill. Now 18-13. Opens it up to a 5-point Lindsey Wilson lead. Here comes the serve once again. Rudolph, they set it up. Here's Rice going for kill. That's off of Hugh Young. That point will go to Faulkner.
That was a bullet kill right there.
Sure was, coming off with a hot steam on it. Sear back to serve. They trail by 4 is Faulkner. They'll get it over the net. Back over, fight for it, and that's a dumb down there.
Yep.
That was Rudolph with it. Cuts it down to 3. Sear once again, short of the net. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Another service error. That's the 5th now for Faulkner. Gonzalez will go back to serve. Gonzalez looking to get it over, able to do so. Rudolph, they're having to track it down. That was Moss, and they're off of Hampton. Another kill for Faulkner. Makes it 19-16. Subs into the game. Laundry will check in. And Rudolph will go back to serve here for Faulkner. Able to get it over the net. Gonzalez looking to go for the kill. Petrovic still up in the air. Strength having to track it down. That's back over. Laundry sets it up perfect. That point will go to Lindsey Wilson.
That was a mean ball right there.
20-16. Faulkner still has 1 timeout remaining. Lindsey Wilson has 2. I don't think Lindsey Wilson has burnt a timeout in this game
at all.
Vizikoska Moss mistimes that one. That point will go to Lindsey Wilson. Tough break there. Now 21-16. Here's Acosta once again. She will send it over the net. Jordan able to track it down. They set it up. Here's Dean, sends it far. And at that point, we'll go to Lindsey Wilson once again, 22-16. And we're going to have another timeout. Faulkner's final timeout. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
And back here on the X Sports Network, Faulkner has burned their final timeout here in this third set as they trail 22-16. Lindsey Wilson looking to close things out and get their first victory here in this Martin Methodist tri-match here in Pulaski, Tennessee. Here's Acosta with the serve. Rudolph, Sear, Moss looking to get it over. That's blocked. Still up in the air. Strength looking to track it down. Rudolph underneath it. And he will send it back over to the Blue Raiders. They set it up. Gonzalez looking to go for the kill. Tips it over. Nobody there as that was Runich. Another kill for her. 23-16 is the Lindsey Wilson score. They're 2 points away from taking this set and the match. Serve once again. There we get it over. That was a bullet coming off. Jordan over the net. Hampton. That's another kill for Faulkner. 23-17. Subs coming in.
It's been all Lindsey Wilson this whole entire game.
Purple Mike. Going back to serve here for Faulkner. They trail by 5. Able to get it over the net. That's going to be back over. Jordan looking for the kill. Nice job there by Lindsey Wilson. That's a dunk down. The point will go to Faulkner. Sets it up perfect for Jordan.
Those are 8th kill.
Here's the serve once again. Able to get it over the net. Gonzalez sets it up. Looking to go for another kill. And that will be off of Faulkner. And that is set and match point here for Lindsey Wilson coming up. Ronich back in the game. Here's the serve. Gets it over the net. Sears sets it up. Martin, that's down for the kill. 24-19. Rudolph will go back to serve. Excuse me, it's actually Hart that's going back to serve. Rudolph was back there, I was just assuming. Here's the serve. Up in the air. Gonzalez, they set it up. Wandry, that goes long. Point will go to Faulkner again. They trail by 4. Here's Hart once again, able to get it over the net, just over the net. And they look to tip it over. Hart underneath it, far side. Jordan looking for the kill, down for another kill. 24-21. Faulkner not going away easy here. And we'll send it over. Gonzalez, Garcia blocked back out of play. Point will go to Lindsey Wilson, and that one will end this game. Lindsey Wilson wins 3-0. They win the third set 25-21 as they will improve to 1-0 in the Martin Methodist Classic. The Martin Methodist Tri Match. They improved to 14-3 overall. Lindsey Wilson has, and Faulkner will fall to 5-10 overall. Then again, not a conference matchup between these two teams. So coming up next here on the Exports Network, here in about 30 minutes, it will be the hosting team, the University of Tennessee Southern Firehawks, and it will be the Lindsey Wilson University Blue Raiders. And that is the main event that will close out the night here for us on the Exports Network. That will be coming up next here in about 30 minutes.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.